Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I have got a review and some lip swatches of a new liquid lipstick that just launched. It's called Lip Lock. It's from a brand called Karity. They are an online beauty brand that makes some pretty affordable color cosmetics. So they reached out to me recently asking if I wanted to try some of these out. I said sure. So they sent me 8 of the 16 shades. So we are gonna play with them. I just finished putting all of them on my lips, which is why I'm wearing the darkest shade. I honestly felt like if I had to take off one more liquid lipstick and put on another one, my lips were gonna fall off, which is not to say that this is a, bad product. It is that if you've ever had to swatch matte liquid lipsticks on your lips before, the whole process of putting it on and taking it off and putting it on and taking it off is very irritating. The struggles of being a beauty blogger, all right guys? These are the sacrifices we make for you guys. Anyway, these are very affordable and they have some fun colors, so I thought it might be nice to show you guys what they look like, chat a little bit about the formula, about my thoughts on them so far. So if you're interested, we will hop right into that in a minute. But first, I want to say hello and welcome to any of you who are new here to my channel. My name is Lauren. Thank you so much for coming and hanging out with me today. I upload new videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, so I hope you will subscribe, stick around, and come back for more. And with that being said, let's chat lipstick. As you can tell from this lovely picture here that came in the PR package that I was sent, this is a very long-wearing lipstick. I mean, if you can eat pizza and have it still look great, that will be pretty impressive, Karity. We shall see. So I have been sent the Staff Fave collection, which you can actually buy as a bundle on the Karity website. These liquid lipsticks do retail for $6 a piece, which is very, very affordable. As I said before, there are 16 shades available. I have 8 of them, so if you want to see the other 8, I will have the website linked for you guys in the description box so you can check everything out. But my little card here says, get your lips on lock with this comfy, long-lasting liquid lipstick that dries down to a pizza-proof velvet matte finish. Finish off any look with a stunning lip color. Apply 2 coats to lips for maximum vibrancy and longevity. Available in 16 colors. They are also cruelty-free, vegan, and paraben-free, which is awesome. So this is what the actual packaging looks like. It is nothing, to write home about. It's got a clear plastic container so you can see the product through it, and then it has a black sort of matte finish cap. The actual applicator is just your very standard doe foot. It's not a paddle. It doesn't have like that pointed kind of teardrop shape. It is legit your standard run-of-the-mill doe foot. So for a $6 lipstick, this is about what I would expect. It doesn't look super, super cheap, but like the big writing and even just the way that like Lip Lock, the font is on here, feels like a little less luxe to me. So, I feel like it's all right. It's not my favorite packaging, but for an affordable lip product, I feel like it will do just fine. So right now, the shade that I am wearing is called Tick Tick Boom, which is a very deep brick red shade. And I will say, having had this on my lips now for maybe about 10 minutes or so, it has completely dried down. These do dry down to, I would say, a velvet matte finish. That's a very accurate sort of description because it's still somewhat a movable matte. It's not crackly. It doesn't start to pull apart on your lips, but it does almost feel slightly powdery, which to me kind of reminds me of that velvet texture. Now, these lip products are also incredibly transfer proof. I tried this out in my makeup playtime video that I just did last week, and I did a little kiss test on the shade I was wearing then. I will do it again for you now, and it did not come off at all. There was zero transfer. Now this is a much darker shade, so we shall see. Nothing, not even a little bit. So these are completely budge proof, which for me I feel like is a great thing for everyday wear. We will see how well this lasts with eating and drinking. Right now it is, what time is it? 3:30 in the afternoon. So I can wear this lip product through dinner, and especially with it being dark, I feel like it will be very unforgiving because if this smears, if it smudges, I'm gonna look like a hot mess, or if it wears off, it kind of in the center, I'm gonna have crazy looking lips. So I will definitely check in with you guys this evening to let you know how this lip situation held up. over at least through a meal, through the rest of my day. I do plan on testing these out for several more days, playing around with some of the other colors. So I will kind of do a final check-in at the end of this video a few days from now and let you know what more of my kind of like final thoughts are. But in general, based on kind of like my first impression of this lip product, it's not horribly uncomfortable. It definitely is a matte lipstick and it does feel dry on my lips, but it's not driving me entirely crazy. Again, I would say that it's kind of got that sort of powdery feel. The actual texture of this liquid lipstick when you're applying it is quite thin. Now they do say you need 2 coats, and I think that makes sense in that when you go on with 1 coat, it's very liquidy, it's very thin, and it is a little bit streaky. It's not fully opaque on 1 coat. So I think if you layer this, you will get a much more even application. With the lighter shades, it's not as noticeable, but like for example, with this dark purple vampy shade, this is called Soho. This was very patchy and I only applied 1 coat in the swatch that I did for you guys. So I actually really only did 1 swatch with all of these, but I think that it showed still true to color and you could really see what it looked like. So we will get into the actual lip swatches in a moment. First, I'm gonna do some arm swatches for you guys so you can see the colors side by side next to each other. So the first one I have here is called Kira. This to me is like a pale peachy nude. This is maybe a little bit light for my taste, but I think it's still pretty. I enjoy a peachy color like this. So that is Kira swatched here, and definitely again I think 2 coats is necessary for these to not be streaky and to be fully opaque. Then the next shade I have here is called Sugary Sweet. This is a more true beigey nude color. And it actually, I feel like, goes on deeper than it looks in the packaging. I feel like this would be nice as an everyday lip color. It's a true nude, but it's not like concealer nude. It's like a little bit deeper, so I find it to be a little bit more wearable. So I enjoy that shade quite a bit. Then the next one I have here is called Fade Out. This is more of your dusty mauve rose kind of a color, very classic lip shade. So that is Fade Out there. Definitely has like a little bit more of a purpley mauvey undertone to it, but it's really quite pretty. I actually like this one a lot. I feel like this one would be nice to wear pretty much year round. Then we have Tamar. Now this one is more of a coral pink shade. This one I think would be really pretty for spring and summer. I feel like the online like pictures of this made it look a lot less rosy pink than it does in real life, but I would definitely describe this as like a corally rosy pink color. Then we have the shade Tea Leaves here. This one is definitely a more grungy sort of plummy brown kind of shade. This one's much more that trendy if you want like that grungy kind of vibe, which I think, you know, is definitely more wearable than you would think, but I know is not necessarily everybody's preference. So that is Tea Leaves right there. Then you have your classic red shade. This one is called Candied. So this is your true blue-based red, definitely a classic staple in basically any makeup collection. You gotta own just one red. And I feel like this kind of formula probably will lend itself really well to this kind of shade, because one of the scariest things about wearing a red lip is having it smear and smudge all over the place and getting all over everything. So that is Candied for you right there. Then this next shade is the one that I'm wearing. This one is called Tick Tick Boom. This is your much more dark kind of ox blood red shade. This one I feel like is such a classic kind of fall winter color, but this is Tick Tick Boom here, and I actually do really like this. I think it's a really cool vampy shade. I just probably would tend to reach for this more in the cooler months of the year. And then the last shade is Soho. This one is definitely more unique. This is like a true purple, like a really, really dark eggplant color. And I found this to be the most streaky of everything that I applied. You definitely need 2 coats with this for it to go on even. And again, this may not be everyone's cup of tea. I feel like at this point my arm does not turn correctly for you to see all of the swatches quite as well. I'll do like a camera insert also of all of these so you can see them better. But this is Soho right here, that really dark eggplant shade. So overall, I feel like Karity did a pretty good job curating the colors for this collection. They have some that are very trendy, some that are very everyday wearable, your classic nudes, pinks, reds. There are obviously 8 more shades in this collection than what I am featuring here. Many of them are in fact in that sort of pink neutral kind of range. So if you didn't see something you like here, you might see something you like online. So again, I will link that for you guys if you want to check it out. But with all of that being said, why don't we get into some lip swatches so you can see what these colors actually look like on. Helpful seeing those 8 shades swatched on my lips, just get a better feel for how they look on. In general, I would say that my favorites of the collection so far are probably Tamar, which is the sort of more rosy pink shade, Fade Out, which is your kind of like classic mauve. I feel like I would wear that a lot. And I actually like Sugary Sweet more than I thought that I would. This is a more of a brown toned nude. Sometimes if nudes are a little too light, they wash me out, but I didn't find that to be the case with this, so I actually enjoyed it quite a bit. And I do think that the red Candied is a very, very beautiful red, and especially with it being so transfer proof, I think that that's really nice. So like I said, I'm gonna continue to wear this product for the rest of the day. I'm gonna see how well this holds up with eating and drinking. I will check back in with you guys later, and then I am also going to continue to wear these lipsticks for the rest of the week, and I will do a final check-in with my thoughts and let you guys know whether or not I think these are worth picking up. I know they're obviously $6, so they are quite affordable, but if they suck, then it's still not worth any of your money. So I will keep you guys posted. For now, I definitely have generally favorable feelings based on first impressions alone, just on how transfer proof they are, but we shall see. So I'm gonna go about my day, and I will see you guys in a little bit. And I'm back. So I know I'm in a different outfit. Obviously, it's a different day. I'm sorry that I didn't check in with you guys on the day that I originally had filmed the start of this video. I actually just kind of had a really long night, and after I had eaten dinner, my lips looked crazy, like totally crazy. I was wearing Tick Tick Boom, which is a very dark red shade, and it had started to just smear all over my mouth. And I just had some like baked lemon chicken. I didn't have anything crazy like a burger or anything like that for dinner, but the food definitely broke down the lipstick, and it just was a mess. So I decided to take it off, and then I just got distracted and tired, and I fell asleep, and I never ended up filming like a check-in that night. But I have been using these liquid lipsticks for the past several days. I've tried different shades, and I wanted to show you guys what these do. So like today I've been wearing this shade Tamar, which is a pink shade, And as you guys can see, it is completely worn off, like right here in the center of my lips. I put this on this morning. It's been many hours. I haven't touched it up. I have eaten and I have had something to drink. Like I had some coffee. I had a sandwich for lunch. Again, nothing too crazy, but as you can see, it definitely does wear away once it comes in contact with things, which is kind of annoying because it seems really transfer proof. When you first apply it and it dries down, you know, it doesn't come off at all. It's not creamy at all. It dries down completely matte. But then I find as soon as I eat or drink something, it starts to disturb that formula and then it breaks down and it very easily wipes away. So I think in general, the nude shades are a bit more forgiving than the deeper, darker ones, knowing that this is the kind of formula that is not going to survive a meal. If you're wearing a shade that's closer to your natural lip color, when it leaves that kind of lip liner ring, it's less noticeable than when you're wearing something that's very bold and very different from your lip color. So what I would say is you need to plan to reapply these. You cannot just put this on, eat a meal, and expect it to still be looking really good afterwards. Unfortunately, they do reapply fairly well. I didn't notice that the formula bunched up on itself or anything like that. I found it to go on pretty smoothly and evenly when you have to add on a second coat. My lips haven't been like flaking or anything like that, even though this is a dry formula, so I do also appreciate that. I just wish that it stayed transfer proof because it goes on so transfer proof at first and it's really, really long wearing until you go and eat or drink something. So for $6, do I think that this is worth purchasing? I think if you like the shades a lot and you want the matte look, the matte finish, it's a nice liquid lipstick formula. Just be aware that you are going to have to reapply it. I don't know if I would recommend the deeper or darker or bolder shades just because if you are planning on doing any eating or drinking, they are going to make a mess. I definitely had crumbles and smears around the corners of my mouth with Tick Tick Boom. I could imagine that will happen with any of the other similar deeper, darker shades, and that can be a recipe for disaster. So unless you want to like take it off before you eat, which is actually not that easy to do because again, it is like a transfer proof dried down formula. So unless you have something oil based to take it off with, like a lip balm or something like that, it's gonna not be very easy to remove before you eat. But if that's not something that you mind and you want a very affordable liquid lipstick formula that has a very matte finish, I think there are some cool shades. I found it to be relatively comfortable to wear. It just does definitely have some downsides. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. If you did, give it a thumbs up. I always really appreciate your feedback. And again, if you're not subscribed to my channel and you want to see more of my reviews and my ramblings about beauty stuff in the future, make sure you click that button before you go. I have to go edit this footage and get this video up so you guys can watch it tomorrow. I hope you are having an amazing, amazing day, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.